New Seattle affect you all?
Well, he lives there. So New Seattle is Berlin. There's a wall around Seattle. There's a mass exodus of humans, so its population is quite zombie heavy. Immigration, there's a lot of illegal immigration going on, where terminal ill humans are trying to sneak into Seattle to be scratched. It's illegal by Fillmore Braves to scratch a human. So there's a whole big shift. The new character for season 4, I would say, is Seattle. I mean, it's a new world. There's new rules, and I think it deeply affects every single person who inhabits that city.
And what about the zombie vaccine that your character took at the end of the season?
I can't talk about him. I really can't. He did take a vaccine and he got scratched by Liv. The only thing I can say is the results of that you find out in the first episode. So there's no waiting around. It's not, find out in episode 6. We address it almost immediately.
How's your character different from, say, season 1?
His hair's shorter. Beard's thicker. There's been a few. There's a few that only I know. I mean, real kind of details like his accent's changed. I changed it because when you start on American TV, the audience, the network, the producers, everyone, they're not used to your accent. So it has to be clean and like Downton Abbey. But that's not me, and I wanted a real London representation. So if you watch over 3 years, I've turned his accent into my accent. So the words have started to become a little less pronounced. But in terms of him, I think he's become a bit more cynical. He's less a ball of energy and a little bit sarcastic and sassy. He's had his heart broken a few times. He's got braver. I think I've never seen him as a coward. It's weird. I don't know, but it's a strange thing. He was labelled a coward at the end of season 2 because no one knows that Blaine tricked him to wait in the car, but the kind of official the story, the synopsis of that night is that Ravi was a coward. He didn't say. And then to see that redemption arc, to watch him jumping with the zombie troopers, to put himself in front of a gun to save Donnie, who doesn't like, to take his own vaccine. That kind of growth, that's probably been one of his biggest kind of changes.
So going into the new season, what would you say gets your character out of bed every day? What keeps him going?
Hope. I think he and Liv have always operated on hope. And since day one, he tried to give her a reason to carry on. And that was that we can fix this. This is true. This is what we can do. I'm sure it was easier when he only needed to cure about 3 people. Now we're talking thousands, but I still believe that same thing. Episode 1, it's trying to fix this. It's trying to rid the world of this disease, this infection.
Do you think he'll ever be happy?
I think he's happy every day. So sometimes he's too happy. It's like it's a tough character to play because I'm not happy. So I'd spend like 40 minutes in the car every morning. I have this happy playlist. I swear to God. So I wake up, I'm very mean, I'm grumpy. They make fun of me, like I play the grumpy group. And I'll get in the car and I crank up and sing like 80s music and stuff. And then by the time I'm down, I'm ready, I'm Ravi. Yeah, he's always happy. But that's, it's quite liberating to play. And I'm always walk off set in a good mood. It's weird. It's kind of like therapy.
So being that we're here at Comic-Con, of all places, what is something that you nerd out about personally? Is there anything you're into that we'd be surprised about?
Well, I nerd out more at E3 because I'm very much rooted in gaming. In terms of Comic-Con, I've always nutted out about trailers. I mean, this is where you get your first exclusive, pretty much. I know the landscape's kind of changed because maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, we would have got a Last Jedi trailer this weekend, but now we don't. Now it's changed slightly. But that gets me the previews, the excitement. I'm hoping for some sort of Rick and Morty teasers. I love Rick and Morty. I don't really know anything about Game of Thrones. So yeah.
What are you most excited for fans to see this year?
Seattle.
Okay.
Logistically, I want to see this wall. Build the wall. I just want to see what. I think it's the commentary. It's going to be really interesting. I mean, this will come out. We're not in the fall, so this is going to come out. I'd assume similar time as season 3 came out. And what's going to be the state of politics, and what's going to be? Where are we going to be in a year's time? And how will we have nailed it? Will there be some things that we got completely wrong? I mean, I think it's going to be an interesting one for the audience to watch at the time it comes out. We'll see. Yeah, that's going to be a fun commentary. It was like when we were dealing with Bosio and the Russians. It was the Russians that killed the D&D player or something. It came out just as the Russian hacking scandal. But we shot that and wrote that ages ago. So I don't know how much of a fluke that was that it kind of struck a nerve. So that's what I'm interested to see, is how much of this will strike a nerve.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hi guys.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Could you do us a favor and say your name, please?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Aly Michalka and I play Peyton on iZombie.
So, I know you've been given some bullet points to sort of. What can you tease? What are you most excited about this season?
I'm excited about this city that's been walled off from the rest of the United States. I think it's so fascinating and interesting, and talks so much about immigration, which has been a hot topic for many years, but especially this last election. I think that being able to parlay a lot of our political commentary in America is going to be really interesting in the iZombie world, because they both connect, and we're obviously saying something through our material without it sounding intentional or being super specific. You can kind of put together the puzzle pieces, and I think that's kind of the most exciting part of this season 4 is what we're going to be saying, as a show, just politically.
How does it affect your character?
It affects her character in a huge way, because she's kind of torn between these two worlds. She obviously understands what it's like to be human. She wants to protect those rights, but she also understands that she's lost 2 friends to this now, Major and Rose. Liv. I always now say everybody's names all wobble around. So she's now lost 2 friends to this, and now possibly Ravi. So I think that she has, she definitely has an understanding for both worlds, but she kind of almost in a way is going to be torn, I think, this season, and trying to defend one, but also staying true to the other.
Working in the city government, how's that going to affect your profession?
Yeah, I mean, she's now no longer an assistant district attorney. She's now going to be a prosecutor, which is crazy. She's obviously skipped a ton of steps because so many people have fled Seattle and left. There's not really anyone left to defend these cases or prosecute anyone, and therefore it's left to her.